Hey everybody, it is Dan with Alpha Traders, DP also known as in Discord. AlphaTraders.com. As you know, every Sunday we look ahead, kind of see what we did also um, last week. Struggled beginning of the week, just to be honest. Struggled the first 3.5 days, and then just made up for it once we caught the move that we were looking for Thursday and Friday. Made up for it and more. So I was really, really, really happy about that. But going into this week, Um, we are looking, man, it's looking down. I'm sorry to get you if you're bullish, but as you can see here, I mean, historically, this is going to be a line if you're charting, and then I have an order flow cluster like right here at 44.24 to 44.28, somewhere in there. So you can probably, I'm going to use after looking at it, I think I'm going to use 44.24 um, for my pivot for this week. It's pretty easy. I think 44.24. If we open above, and you guys, and I'll post this, you so you can read this as well. But I think if we open above, there's a little bit of structure here that will give a lot of resistance. I think this is as far as it goes personally, but we still have 44.82, which is here, which is another order flow pivot of mine. Now, they wiped this thing out, so I'm not sure that 44.82. I think it'll just be an area of interest if they somehow do bounce it, but I don't think they do, quite honestly. I think things are a little rough right now. It's why be long? It's kind of like, why be long? And it would fit into my theory of this is a low. Now it's creating a higher. I mean, it bounces. You couldn't find any steam really above here, 45.87. And now it's coming right back down. It's going to go test these tails here. We've talked about tails before. I love tails because they don't get filled all the time. This is the last tail hasn't gotten touched. So this might be an ultimate target for this low. May not be this week. It could be next week. We'll see though. But I think on the low side, if you're a safe trader and you look at charts and you think charts are the way to go, which is fine. I mean, that's what it is. It's pretty easy. This 43.92 would be a safe side bet for you if you think it's going to go lower. I would think you're going to have some if you're using charts here, and then there's just a lot of nothing down here to 42.90. There's a lot of nothing, but there are some order flow. There's some orders here, 43.20. There's also some at 43.50. I'm sorry, 43.60. Where'd my writing go? No, I erased it. Well, I'll have to go back to it. I wrote it down so I had reference to it, and apparently I didn't do that. I erased it when I erased everything. So I believe it's 43. I have 43.80, 43.60. It's like 43.62, somewhere in there. And then I have 43.20 underneath that. So I do think it gets there. Since we'll look at a chart for people that trust charts more than they don't know how to read order flow, or they don't know, it was just fine. This is a bracket area for me right here, and I actually think it creates a higher low. I know that sounds crazy because everybody's so bearish right now, but I think this actually creates a higher low in this bracket area right here, 42.93, 42.76. Ultimately next week, I don't know if we get there this week. I think we're gonna sell, and I think we'll ultimately get to my order flow here, 43.20. I would love to get here, quite honestly, because after 43.80, there's not a lot here. They'll go for Psy 43.50. Nice. Let me look. There's sputtered orders here at 43.65, 43.64, that area, 43.36. Like there's a little bit, but there's nothing of that I'm seeing that I think that they're resting to buy at. I think here and here are going to be your big numbers. I think if 43.81 holds, I would think we bounce back to 44.20. And they may even want to bounce it back to here if you're a chartist right there, 44.38. So something to watch as we go forward. Again, don't want to take all your time, but appreciate everybody that always tunes in. Hit that like button. Let's get after it this week. AlphaTraders.com. Like, sub. Don't forget to subscribe, YouTube, all that good stuff. At Alpha Traders Inc. on Twitter, at Alpha Traders Inc. on YouTube.